What is up, you amazing, beautiful people? I hope you are doing well wherever you're at and whatever time of day or night you end up watching this video, because in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys if I believe the Churchill Mk VI or the AC4 Sentinel bundle is worth it. And then they are both being sold separately too. And I made reviews on each tank, so go ahead and check out those videos too. I let you guys know if I think those tanks are worth it in those videos separately. But this one is about the bundle specifically that is out right now at the time we're recording this video, and if it is worth it getting these two tanks together. So if you found this video helpful in any way, or if you do enjoy it, smash that like button, leave a comment on your favorite part of the video or anything in general down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you're always notified when I upload a new video. And I'm not going to go over the stats too much. No, I'm not going to go over the stats at all in this video because I already went over the stats in the reviews. So if you guys really want like in-depth like review stats and all that, go ahead and check out the reviews of the separate tanks. In this, I'm just going to tell you the feel and how to play these tanks real quick, and about the battles, and towards the end for the AC4 Sentinel mastery, at the end of that I will tell you guys hell yeah if this is worth it, or no, save your money, you know. So right away with the Churchill Mk VI, you guys probably noticed how slow the tank is. It is pretty dang slow. It is T95 and TOG 2. Well, I wouldn't say TOG 2 slow. TOG 2 is pretty dang slow, but like T95 slow. Its max speed is right here, the 20 kilometers an hour, which is not fast at all. And you're probably thinking like, oh, that's not my playstyle, that doesn't suit me and all that. Just hold on, hold your horses. It makes up in pretty much every other aspect as far as I could tell from playing this game and the stats. The speed is the only bad thing about this tank. Everything else is phenomenal. The gun, damage per minute, the armor, the HP, everything else is extraordinary, and I honestly really like playing this tank. It is a very fun tank to play around, and I am going to play it more often than I have been. I did recently get this tank, and at first I didn't really play it too much because I was grinding the AC4 Sentinel, and I saw how slow the tank was, and I was like, oh man, I'm not going to enjoy this tank, it's pretty slow. But the T95 is pretty slow, and I still love playing that tank. And actually, I do enjoy playing this tank too. After a couple battles, I found that out. And honestly, if you guys are thinking about getting the TOG 2, don't get the TOG 2. Get this tank instead. Wait for this tank to come on sale and get this tank instead, because TOG 2 is garbage compared to this. Not that it's already not garbage. It's more garbage compared to this, because this is like the TOG 2 on steroids. Pretty much the same tank, but this is better. You're probably thinking like, what? TOG 2 is enormous. You have no idea what you're talking about. I know. That's exactly why though, because this tank is a smaller profile, so it's not as big of a target. I'm not sure if this tank goes a little faster. I think this tank goes a little bit faster than TOG 2. If not, it's roughly the same speed. So there's not really too much of a bonus there unless this does go a little bit faster. And the guns, the TOG 2 does have a pretty decent gun, but in my opinion, I prefer this gun over the TOG 2's gun. So that's an aspect. I think the rate of fire might be a tad bit faster on the TOG 2, but overall, guns are pretty identical. I prefer this gun more though on this tank. And now the armor. The TOG 2 has paper armor. It has paper for armor, has no armor. The only thing it can really rely on is its HP, and it only has like 1,500 something HP, while this tank has 1,200 HP. It's like 300, a little under 300 HP off. So roughly the same amount of HP, just 100 or 2 off. But what makes up for that the HP gap is the armor. The Churchill Mk VI has awesome armor, has amazing armor. I've gotten so many bounces in this tank. Even when I wasn't trying to angle or do anything, I was getting bounces left and right. And if you know how to angle it properly and side scrape, pretty much nobody is going to pin you at all. And I'm pretty sure there's some gameplay in here. I only put 2 battles in this in this like bundle review if it's worth it or not, but in like the separate reviews of each tank I put in 3 videos, and I think it's the video I did not add in this one that actually shows like the better side scraping. I know the next battle shows a little bit but not a whole lot, but yeah, if you side scrape, you angle, nobody's getting through that at all. In this game, this perfectly shows me fighting a Tog 2 pretty much the entire game. Tog 2 was focusing me, and you'll see the outcome. I'll spoil it now. I end up destroying the Tog 2, absolutely obliterating. There we go. We slowed down. We're able to say it. Obliterating the Tog 2. Just absolutely destroyed him. While he was focusing me the entire game, I think I got over 1,000 block damage from him. Just overall, prefer this 10 times over, if not more, than the Tog 2. Just absolutely better than Tog 2. Sorry if I keep saying Tog 2 and comparing it to Tog 2. It's similar in a way, but it's so many times better. So, and like I said earlier, if you guys do want the Tog 2, save your money for this tank for the next time it comes up if you do miss this offer. But if you're a collector and you just really want to Tog 2 to have it, go ahead, by all means get it, but get this tank first before you get that. If you are just debating whether getting that tank or this tank, get this tank. And right now it's not looking too good. From what I said, Tog 2 was pinning me, but now he is getting bounces since I am in an angled position. Take out that AMX just so our T1 Heavy can survive. And since we are side scraping and we are in a better hull down and armored position, he's not going to be able to pin us. He's just going to bounce left and right, and we're going to pin him nonstop because look at the armor. There's no red on him basically. He's just all paper, able to hit right through him. And look at this. We're not even going to angle at all. We are just going to bum rush him. We're going to bum rush him out in the open, and he's going to bounce us. He's not going to be able to pin us. See, he bounces us, but we are able to hit him, and on the move too. That's another thing I love about this tank. The gun is so accurate. And we are also being hit by the Struv over there to the side, and he has not been able to pin us at all yet. He has bounced every single shot he has taken at us. Tog 2 did get one pin on us during that whole movement over here. But other than that, we only got pinned once when we were moving out in the open, and we got all the other blocks. But the Struv did try to flank us. We took him out of the game. When I was looking away, the Tog decided to poke out, pin me. But after that, he pretty much blocked every single shot except for these couple ones up close. And we are just going to obliterate him. We knock him out of the game. Out of the ballpark. He's out of here. Done for. So there we go. We get the second class. I was about to say first class. Second class. My bad. 2,400 damage. Good credits and 3 tanks destroyed. That's another thing. This is a pretty good credit maker for its tier. Pretty good. So if you guys do want a credit making tank and you want a pretty good tank at that, if you're able to handle the slowness, every other aspect of this tank is phenomenal in my opinion. And for me, this tank gets a thumbs up. Even if it's being sold by itself, go ahead and get it. I highly recommend this tank. It is very good as long as you can handle the slowness of the tank. Now let's move over to the AC4 Sentinel part of this bundle review video, whatever you would like to call this. I'll just say Churchill Mk VI and AC4 Sentinel bundle. Is it worth it? That's probably going to be the title of the video. But right away, for the AC4 Sentinel, if you guys like the Sherman tanks at all it's mainly the tank that I can compare this to is the M4A3 E8 Sherman right there, that tank right there, the M4A3 E8 Shrieking, or just the E8. It plays a whole lot like that tank right there. If you guys know how to play that tank very well, you will know how to play this tank pretty well. Does not quite have the same amount of gun depression. I think it's only one degree or 2 off. This tank has 9. I'm pretty sure the E8 has like 10, maybe 11. Pretty sure it's 10 though. But this tank plays very similar to the E8. So if you guys know how to play that tank and you love Sherman tanks, you will love this tank. As you guys know, I am a Shermanaholic. And correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. But I believe this is basically the Australian version of the Sherman tank. I believe this was based off the Shermans, but just Australian tank. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. I think I read that somewhere before. Just let me know if I'm wrong. Tell me the facts and all that, and I'll look it up and look into it more. But yeah, this is just play it like the E8 basically. That's how I've been playing this tank, and it's worked out very well for me. As you can see, I get first class. The next game is going to be a mastery, so I think I played this pretty well. And speaking of how you play this, you mainly want to, like this entire battle, if you're paying attention at the beginning, you mainly want to get into a spotting position, spot the enemy, get some early shots off without taking any damage. If you take some damage, try not to take any more. I know, pretty solid advice there. And play this more as a support tank. It's always battle situated, depends on how the battle's going. You might have to duke it out and brawl it out a little bit here and there, but mainly play it as a support tank, not an aggressive fast tank. Unless you have to towards the end or battle situation, like I said. And we do manage to get the first class in this game, 2,000 damage. Good credits, 3 tanks destroyed. That's another thing about this tank. It's a pretty decent credit maker. Sometimes it's a little low on the credits, depending on the battle and how you do, obviously. But overall, it's a pretty decent credit maker, just around the same amount of the Churchill Mk VI, if not a little bit below, but roughly in the same ballpark. So overall, pretty decent credit maker. And also, if you guys were paying attention to that replay there, when the SU did pull up and try to get a shot off on me, he bounced it, just bounced that 152 millimeter shot. And that's the thing I've also noticed on this tank. You can get a lot of troll bounces, and I've been getting them a whole lot more than I expected to. I've been bouncing left and right sometimes in this tank when should have pinned. It should have pinned. This tank does have really troll armor, and that's another bonus. It basically have quote-unquote plot armor, you know, where like the main character, like, you know, he's not going to die because he's the main character. That's basically this tank. It basically has plot armor because you'll just be out in the open, or like that instance with the SU-152 out of nowhere, shoots you point blank, cannot miss, cannot bounce at all. He is shooting the weakest part of your tank, somehow bounces. It's RNG based, it's just troll armor, just another plus bonus to this tank. And yeah, overall, I think I covered pretty much everything besides stats on this tank. Overall, very good. The gun's very awesome, as you see right there, as I said. As I was saying that, hit that VK, set him on fire, dealing almost 400 damage. Very accurate and very good gun. Obviously, sometimes you're going to have to switch to APCR, or there's going to be like a random bounce here and there because RNG pretty much happens in every tank. But overall, very good gun. Very good accuracy, very good mobility. Armor's iffy, but you do have the troll armor, so that's a plus, I believe. And it's pretty much like the E8 Sherman, just a little bit different, but overall the same playstyle and all that. So yeah, pretty sure I covered everything there. Now let's get into this replay. Finally, the battle breakdown. That FV just took out the Nashorn. I was able to get a shot off before he was taken out. See, the T-71 is in trouble. Get a shot off and try to take him out, but this T-71 does track him and take him out before I can. Try to track that SU-100Y in place. Did not quite work out, but since he is focusing my teammates, I'm going to flank around and hit him from behind, and mainly try to rush in there so he cannot spin around and hit me. And I do get a lucky track here since his track was already damaged. Got tracked. He instantly repaired it though, and he was going to ram our FV, but I managed to take him out before he could get a shot off. Now looking at the battle situation right now, the situational awareness, minimap, all that stuff, I'll probably do a video on how to like be more battle aware or whatever later on. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like a video like that. But there are 3 enemy heavy tanks left, and one of them is the Eraser down by base B. Last I saw, the Tiger 1, yep, Tiger 1 was still up here at base A, and the Churchill, not quite sure where he's at, but I'm pretty sure he is still up here at base A. And I'm going to flank around and try to get shots in on that Tiger 1 and take him out. And there's Churchill. He dipped down. Tiger 1 decided to join him, dipped down too, so I was not able to get the shots off in time. So since that plan got spoiled by them all bailing out to base B, I'm going to stay here and cap out base A real quick. Make sure that we have 2 bases and the enemy team only has 1. And the Tiger 1 did end up taking out our FV, which is very bad. He was one of our better tanks that we needed to keep alive, but he got deleted. And right now, the biggest threat to me is the Tiger 1, because he's a heavy medium tank. If you don't know what that is, pretty much a heavy tank that has mobility of a medium. And he has a very good gun and decent armor, so he's a huge threat. He's also a tier 7, a tier higher than me. You need to mainly focus him, but I got a nasty shot from that Churchill, and the Tiger 1 did take out our M6. So it went from a 4v3 down to a 2v3, which is not good. But now I went to flank around, and now I have shots on the eraser. Get a shot off. Try to get another shot off, but he gets uncovered before I can. And our T71 is on 20 HP. So I just hope he knows how to play this very smart and stays in cover and only peeks out when he could get shots off without taking hits in return. Because if he gets a hit in return, unless it's a very lucky bounce, he is going to die. And the Tiger 1 is rushing him right now. And he only has one more shot left in his clip. So I know if I pin this shot and he's able to get another shot off, he will take out the Tiger 1. But I set the Tiger 1 on fire and take him out of the game. So he is not going to have to deal with that. And I noticed we were about to win on cap points, so I want more damage. I rush in, hit the Churchill, and I was going to use the eraser as cover from the Churchill and get some more shots in. But before I can, we win the game. Get the mastery, 2,450 damage. Very good credits, 2 tanks destroyed. Now overall, do I think the Churchill Mk VI and the AC4 Sentinel are worth it? Hell yeah, I think both of them are worth it. If they are still on, if the bundle's still on sale, go ahead and get it. You will not regret it at all. And even if these tanks come out on sale separately later on or back in on a bundle, go ahead and get them. So if you haven't liked the video, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen